Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of A Taboo Life, where everyone has a story to tell. I'm your host, Drew Franks, or Frank for short, and I want to thank you guys again for listening. Come check out the website, ataboolife.com, where you can read some interesting articles, short stories, poems, because I am that sappy, and other episodes of the podcast. One episode is called Queen of Kink, which me and Rose had discussing about before the podcast. It's about the owner of a sex club in Jacksonville and how we actually met each other about 16 years ago. Interesting story, great episode. It's free to download from any distributor, or you could just go to our website and check it out. And the title for that again is called Queen of Kink. Today's guest is Miss Rose Allen. She is my friend and a well-known hairstylist here in Jacksonville. We had a lot of wine while we're doing this interview, but I think it was needed because we talked about some heavy subjects. Rose has a very interesting life. She's a very independent woman, starting at a very young age. She did odd jobs and she was a stripper. And then she finally became a hairstylist, which she loves to do, and she's really good at it. So I haven't gone to her in a while, and I feel guilty about it because I can see why I miss her hairstyling, because she's the only one who could cut my hair right. But she is of all the people I've met traveling and going across this planet, I think Rose is one of the most unique people I've ever met. She really does bring happiness into a room, and I had to explain that to her during this episode. But this was a really interesting episode, and another reason why we should take the time and get off of Facebook, stop looking at our phones, and talk to the person right next to you, or talk to the person that is cutting your hair and listen to their story. Alright guys, hope you enjoy this episode. Alright, we're live. Everyone, I want you to meet someone who I think is the most wonderful person in America. Maybe the whole world.
Stop it. That's not even close. He's fibbing.
After this episode, you guys will be saying the same thing. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Rose. I am 35, about to be 36 in December, so I'm a Sagittarius. Whoop whoop. So, whoop whoop. And I'm a proud Sagittarian, and yeah, that's it. That's practically it. But there's more to it, apparently. So.
There's a lot more to it. The way we met is through our mutual friend Joe, and you're his hairstylist, and I went to have a haircut from you, and then I've been coming to you ever since for the past like 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm. And time flies. It sure does.
All right. The reason why I have you on the episode because reason why I'm actually doing the episode on you because you are actually one of the most interesting people I've met because of the life you lived, and you're just outspoken and just very friendly. You got a great personality to you.
Well, thanks. I just want people to know that no matter what situation that they're in, they could get out of, and just keep on having hope and faith and life-changing experiences and not dwell on that stuff. And it's very important, and I try to help people do that with me doing hair. That's important to me.
Now, let's start from the beginning, because you lived like a really unique and eclectic life. You did different jobs, you did really interesting jobs, so where are we going to start off from?
Well, I mean, I could start off from even young to, having to be an adult as a child and working into that and having good work ethic, and then, being in a bind and having to do some shitty jobs. They weren't shitty to me, but to other people they are, I guess. So, but yeah, I could start off wherever you want me to.
All right, where were you born at?
I was born actually in NAS, Jax. My mom is, my dad was stationed there, and he met my mother in the Philippines back in the early 60s. He went into the service whenever he was 16, 17 years old. My dad's 78 right now, and it was funny because he ended up, his roommate that was in the Navy over there in the Philippines and stuff, so he was dating this girl for probably about 7 or 8 years. His roommate was dating my mom. And so anyways, he broke her heart, and my dad said, he says, I love you. She never knew about this. She didn't have any idea that his best friend that my dad she's dating, So he's like, I love you, and I can provide a life for you and everything else. And so she married him, and they came back to the States, and that's how that started. And they traveled the whole United States because he was station deployed, whatever. So, but yeah, they were separated for 22 years. My whole life, my mother was not there. So she left when I was 5, and my dad raised me. So 22 years of my whole entire life, they were not together. And then as an adult, probably about maybe 10 years ago, they shacked back up. And so that makes me believe in love,
How come she left?
Because he's like, you're not taking my fucking kids.
For
real. He's like, you're not taking my fucking kids, and you could go if you want. I think he found out that she was cheating on him. So, yeah.
She was cheating on him.
She was cheating on him. I remember as a child, she was with my godmother. I remember being probably 4. And they were like putting their finger up to their mouth saying, shh, don't tell your daddy about this. And I remember a guy being in there in the front seat. And I still remember that to this day. So. Mm-hmm.
Did that ever affect you in any way?
Apparently, yeah. I think it did affect me. Doing that, it started off a whole scheme of things. My dad, we moved to Indiana, and my dad ended up, he worked nights and came home 6 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I'm so thankful. I had daddy issues, probably mommy issues more so than anything. We always had a hot meal on our table whenever he fed us. He'd get home 6 o'clock in the morning, woke our asses up, got ready for school. And during lunchtime, I'd get off of school, come back home. I'd have to learn how to make my own meals. And then during dinner time, because he was sleeping, and then during dinner time before he went, we had everything from scratch. All of our meals were cooked for us and stuff. And then he'd leave. And then as a teenager, I'd sneak off and then do whatever in the hell I wanted. So he'd go off to work, and that's as a 12-year-old child just running the streets. Mm-hmm. So no parental, guidance in that sense. But since I'm daddy's little girl, I got away with it. So he only thought good of me. Good man. Good man. Good man. So, yeah, and that's it. And, but my sister, I'm going to give her gratitude. She ended up, anytime I was sent down here for the summer, And it wasn't every summer, but my sister ended up having a child, and I used to watch them. And she was more of a mother to me than my own mother. I'm sorry, Mom, but it's the truth. And my heart, it's heavy for her. I love that woman. My sister's amazing. So.
She's the older one, or are you the older one?
Yeah,
okay.
She just turned bum, bum, bum. I'm not going to tell the age because I don't do that. But because if she listens, she'd be pissed. So, sorry, Virginia. But yeah, she's older than me, and I'm the baby. So, and yeah, no baby. Like, yeah, I'm the baby. No baby. All that shit. So.
So you went to high school out here, right? Or you
a little bit.
You moved around, right?
Oh, yes, I did. I quit school when I was 15. And 14, I had my first job because work ethic is very strong in my family. But I wanted that. I wanted that independence. I wanted my own money. I don't like asking for money. That's probably why a lot of my jobs have been shitty to other people's eyes, but to me, it was good money, I ended up started working when I was 14, and I quit school when I was 15. I immediately got my high school equivalency. Immediately did, because I knew that would be my downfall if I didn't do that immediately.
This is smart.
Yeah, I had to, but you know what was really cool? I'm pretty proud of myself about this, is that I took the test. I didn't have to take any extra classes. I passed on my first try. And people nowadays, they don't, they don't pass on the first try. So I'm pretty proud of myself about that. But to do with that, and then all the jobs kept on coming. I knew I had to work, I knew I had to work. So,
What was some interesting jobs you had? Because I'll know one, but I'm going to let you talk about it whenever you get to it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was on my own. I moved out when I was 17. I got my own place. My sister she was proud of me. I had all my money up. Well, I ended up doing that, and I was housekeeping, and I was working really hard, and people that come from different countries, they don't know that much English, they're doing these jobs, and I'm telling you, tip them, they are doing a really hard fucking job. And I did that, my mom was the laundress. My mom's Filipino, so she doesn't know that much English, but she gets by. She could talk sentences and stuff, but most of it's cussing. So she ended up getting me a job at a hotel, and I worked there for maybe a year or two. And I did that, and I was like, okay, I gotta fucking quit this shit. So I went into sales. Well,
what was the sales job?
The sales job was actually perfume and cologne. So
okay.
Well, this was the kicker. We were supposed to be getting paid $500 for a week or two, and that was good back then. Whenever I was doing it, and well, I ended up selling, but we'd have to run up to people. It was this.
Oh, was it like the kiosk?
No, it was like out in the open, like as if you did fucking Kirby or some shit.
What?
Yes. So I didn't know anything about that. This is before sales got really big, like outside, exterior, everything else. So, 3 weeks went by, and there was no fucking money. I made maybe $50-$60.
And they promised 500.
Yes. No commission. Everything that I sold fucking went to them. I had nothing. And my rent was due in maybe a half a week, 4 or 5 days. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I can't, what the hell? I'm freaking out as a kid, I was 18 at this point, And I I went and I got my ovaries up instead of balls. I got my ovaries up. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to start dancing. So I started dancing, and I danced for quite a while. And
by dancing, you mean?
I started off bikini.
Okay.
I started off bikini, and I was just like, a fucking bikini. What's the big deal? And first day, I made $200. The second day, I made $500. And
wow.
I was like, holy shit.
How old were you when that happened?
I was 18.
Okay.
I was 18. And having that much money back then was... even to this day, but I mean, I could say that I've been there, I had that much money, and I could pay my rent, and then I had extra. I could put food in my fridge. I could do, I was invincible, and I was very shy starting out, and very shy, a lot of jealousy, because I was an innocent girl, very shy in that business. But then anybody who got to know me, I blossomed out. And, I started out doing that. And then I hopped other places around Jacksonville and stuff. So, and, I ended up doing that. And what made it easier, I was 18. I couldn't drink at the time. So I used to drink in the stalls. It was pretty fun. And then the whole drug thing came about. And, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What drug thing?
I couldn't drink. So somebody was like, hey, I got a Loratab. Do you want it? So I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take it, because I used to take pills when I was kids, we just take whatever was in the fucking medicine cabinet, but I was very cautious about it. I'd be like taking one, I'm like, okay, I passed out, whatever. Mm-hmm. But this one made me feel like as if I drank, but I didn't have to drink. I didn't have to pee all the time, because like I need to make money. I don't have time to be pissing, Mm-hmm. So I ended up taking that, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel sick. I remember this. I was in a stall, and it was a waitress. She was like, hey, I got a Loratab, whatever. They were selling for $2 back then. They were $6 now. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, fuck yeah, I got that. Here's $2.
What was the Loratab again?
It's a painkiller.
It's a painkiller. Okay.
Yeah. And mind you, I've already been smoking weed, doing acid, doing all that crazy shit, but I haven't had this yet, That started off when I was like 12, all of that shit. But I haven't taken my drug of choice, until right then, at that moment. So I took it about a half an hour went in, I got sick and I puked, and I was just like, oh my God, I blew up. I felt on top of the world. Mm-hmm. Like, as if somebody was to have their happiest moment in their life, And, that's how that started, the whole drug thing. And it made my job easier, doing the dancing. And I've seen a lot of shit whenever I was dancing.
Like what?
Well, I was just talking about this. I work in a salon, and I work over at Heads Up Salon. That's where we're at right now, doing this little interview. But I've had to... Some guy wanted to be a human ashtray, and he wanted me to step on his nuts.
What?
It's fucking crazy.
This is in the strip club, right?
Yes.
Right in front of everyone?
No, there's like little cubicles.
The partition?
There's little cubicles, yeah. So I'd step on his nuts, and then I'd...
Oh my God. You step on his nuts.
I'm like, fuck yeah. He paid me $100. I mean, like, for like one song, 4 minutes.
Like, wait, you put your whole weight on his nuts, or what?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So he wanted me to step on his nuts, and I ended up doing that, and then I ended up flicking my ashes, because I was smoking at the time. I vape now, but yeah, he wanted me to flick my ashes into his mouth. or all over him,
Ooh,
but mostly in his
tasty.
mouth. And he wanted me to go ahead and put my cigarette out in his mouth. And I remember doing that while I'm stepping on his nuts. People are fucking...
Holy shit.
I did not have to take off my clothes or do any of that shit. He didn't want that. He just wanted to be treated like that, and I got a lot of money for it. I mean, I think as a human being, I think a lot of people would be put in weird situations for the amount of dollars, the dollar signs. I didn't have to degrade myself. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever you're trying to survive, I don't know. I had fun doing it. You know, shit, I'll step on your nuts, motherfucker.
Oh my god. Okay, $100. Fuck
I'll step on your nuts.
That's all I have to do?
Why not? But yeah, I made really great money in my early 20s and late teens. That was a good time. I had some of the best times of my life then. And while this was all happening, I had a boyfriend, and I was with him for 10 years, and I led a domesticated life.
Oh, really?
You know? Yeah. I mean, my work was work. I had all different separate lives, but my work was work. My home was home. I don't bring my work home with me. I don't do any of that shit. But, I mean, he knew how much dollar signs was coming in, but he didn't look at that, though. He trusted me, and he loved me so much. Yeah, that man loved me so much that, I mean, it was amazing. He's a good guy. Really good guy.
How did you guys meet?
Well, that's a really good story. Across the street from over here was Fat Cat, you know?
Oh.
Fat Cat Club. And oh gosh, it's a long story, but this is the short version. I ended up seeing this beautiful man. I love big noses. I have a really
big nose.
I do.
That's a weirdo.
I do. I fucking love big noses.
That's the first time I ever heard that. Like,
oh my god, I love them. He had a very strong nose and light eyes and black hair, and he had a labret piercing. Ooh. And what ended up happening is that I looked at him. I was like, damn, that was the most beautiful guy I've ever seen in my life. You know, to me as a kid, you know, I said, damn. I'd walk up to him. I said, "Is your name Campbell's?" And he's like, "What?" Like, he's just sassy. Like
yeah, what
me.
is that?
He was sassy like me. He was like, I said, "Is your name Campbell's?" He's like, "No." I said, "Because, boy, you look good." That's 10 years there, though, man. 10 years. That line.
Good.
That boy, good. And he's just like, he was so sassy. He walked away. He's like, "Did this bitch really say that?" I know he said that, but oh man, I love that man. I loved him. That was beautiful as a kid, and finding your first love. You know, that was really cool.
What happened?
Well, I haven't experienced life, and I wanted to stray off and be me. All I knew was him, you know, and I wanted to hoe out, I guess you could say. And another thing too is, like, I was starting my new life. I was starting to go to hair school, and he was still behind. He didn't know what he wanted to do, and he was 5 years older than me. Like, he didn't know what he wanted to do.
How old were you at the time?
I was 26 years old. And so he was 5 years older than me, so 31. He didn't grow with me, and I wanted him to grow with me, and I thought that was weak. I thought that was weakness, and I was so supportive of him. I'm like, let's do this. And he didn't want to grow with me. And plus I want to experience life, because that's all I knew was him. But that man loved me, though. He stopped the world to make sure that I was okay. You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it sort of breaks my heart about that one, but there's still a warm place in my heart for him.
Especially that type of love, too.
Oh, for sure. For sure. We were kids, and then we'd grown up, and then, it was different. That was hard. It was hard. And then I met another person, and whatever, just to keep myself busy. That's what I keep on doing. I could see now as an older woman, not an older woman, but, as a woman, like, I have to keep my mind occupied with men. Like, I have to keep them in my life somehow, It's pretty pathetic, but that's what I do.
And the thing is, it's kind of, I know sometimes some of the men you dated, we talked about it, that were pretty shitty.
Oh, for sure. I think that was just the whole thing of me having a void in my life, Are you okay?
Yeah, I got a bad knee. Once in a while it cramps up, so that's why you see me like shake like that.
For sure. So, anyways, to go back, he ended up supporting me dancing and doing all that stuff. He didn't look. Let me tell you this one thing though. This is pretty awesome. So, anyways, I don't mention names, but there was this girl, and she was awesome. We had a good time, and nothing like that. But she'd go ahead and turn some tricks, and he knew about this. I told him. And I was the watch out. So every 15 minutes, I call her up. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Just get her the fuck out of there, because I don't want something bad happening to her. But I was out in the car. I wasn't in the hotel room. I wasn't doing any of that. Most of the time, they were married men, from out of town. Just like, gosh damn, what a piece of shit. But, I knew that she needed her money, and... Excuse me.
Okay.
But
you're not the first one who burped.
But life situations, it definitely, whenever you're down and out and you have an extension of life beyond you, like she had a child, she had a husband or boyfriend or whatever. Survival is, gosh, it's not even questionable whenever you have to bring a food home, or money or bills or this and that. So we do anything that we possibly can to survive. And so I'd sit outside. I'd sit in the car and call her up every single time, 15 minutes, blah, 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 blah. And she'd be turning out 4 or 5 tricks a night, and I get $50 per. It was pretty awesome. And she was a good girl. I liked her. I liked her. I loved her. I loved her a lot. She was a good person. And she was looking out for me. But yeah, she was looking out for her too. But I thought that was pretty rad. She ended up meeting one dude. She's like, Rosie, I want you to meet him. And I was like, right on, let's do this. He's very eclectic, eccentric, very different type of guy. I met him. And he ended up telling me, we went out for lunch. She didn't know about that. And it was right down the street over here at Perfect Rack, and looks at me and he's like, I got a surprise for you. But I've already known him for a significant amount of time. Anyway, we meet him over here and he's like, hey, I got something for you. I got a present for you. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Is he wanting me to fucking bend over or what? What does he want me to do? He ended up giving me this paper that said I paid for your school.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah. This man, wonderful guy at the time.
Oh, those are cats.
Yeah, wonderful guy at the time, and it paying for my school, and I'm very grateful. I don't give a shit about I do, but we'll get into that in a second. He ended up paying for my school. It was already 110% fucking paid for, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I'd still be stripping if I didn't meet that guy. And that saved my life. Because I'd probably be 6 feet in the ground right now if I would be doing what I was doing because the drugs and shit like that. So, Ended up doing that. But he was, just like any person, they always expect payment. They want something else. Sure, he got me a loan, tried to rape me. I had to hitchhike home.
What? He tried to rape you?
Oh, for sure. Everybody wants payment, honey. I don't give a shit.
Also, yeah, ask her if I could get one more too.
Hey, honey. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. We're just to let you guys know. Just
can you go? Sorry.
I'll talk while you're doing that.
Another drink, please?
We're in Rose's where she works at her salon. So her one of her good friends is here, and we're drinking some wine while we're talking. So she's calling her friend to get some wine.
She's punk rock, man. She's totally punk rock. So he tried to rape me, tried to pin me down, tried to do all that stuff. That was not the first time. This shit's happened before. But yeah, this is at that moment. So everybody expects payment. There's nothing that comes for free, and I know that.
What? How did he try to rape you? Did he grab you?
Grab my hands, grab me, pushed me to the ground, held my arms above my head. He's like, you can't fucking do anything. You can't do shit. Look what I've done for you. And I did not ask him once to do any of that shit for me. I never ask somebody to do something for me if I can't work for it. But nothing like that. I'm not going to sell my soul to go ahead and fucking go to school.
And you guys didn't have that type of relationship.
No.
Right?
It was mostly friends. He had that with my homegirl.
Thank you.
Yeah, he had that with my homegirl. Not with me. I was friends. Mm-hmm. She used to hoe out with him. But then that shit changed, because I was so friendly. He thought that I was going to go ahead and put out. And, bitch didn't get my seed, motherfucker.
And did you talk to him after that, or did you just
No, that was done. I told Jason what happened.
What did Jason say?
Jason was on my side. He's like, if that motherfucker comes around here, I'm going to fucking kill him, And he that's why he trusted me. He knew. My ex-boyfriend Jason, he trusted me.
That you weren't cheating on him or anything like that?
No. It
was like the situation where it was.
It was all platonic. Absolutely. If I needed to fucking go ahead and do that, I'm not going to say that I didn't cheat on him. But not with that motherfucker, But it wasn't, if anything was cheating, it wasn't cheating because he already knew about it,
Were you guys like had an open relationship or something?
I wanted it to be that way. Mm-hmm. And that boy loved me so much he didn't want to do it. And I didn't know what I had at the time. Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, the fucker tried to rape me. I had to hitchhike home. And I hitchhiked home. And that was that. And look at me now. I'm here. Pretty cool. I could still be stripping. I could still be... It would probably be worse now. I'll probably be getting so fucked up that I'd be selling my soul, just to go out and get rich. But who knows? Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Ooh, what's going on downtown?
But who knows? I'd probably be washed up or living a grand life because of whatever. So.
No, I'll probably do another episode like this with an actual working stripper. Because I've been trying to get an episode like that, but
things are different now.
Yeah, what's so different about it?
The drugs are harder. Everybody's on. Okay, older girls that let's just say if I wanted to go work for maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I know what to do. I know what to ask nowadays. I could lie about my age, blah, 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 blah. Nowadays, these girls are all on heroin. They're ready to give up the pussy. They're all on heroin. Cocaine doesn't... You're so geeked out. I mean, it's not about fucking. Heroin sedates you, so... You could lie down. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. It's really weird, right? I got out right in the nick of time because if I would have stayed in, and I'm not saying I haven't tried any drug, but if I would have stayed in any longer than I did, I'd probably be putting needles in my arm. it was the turn of the century for me. Like, it was only cocaine, drinking, and pills.
Mm-hmm.
Right after I left, it started being heroin, cocaine, pills, drinking. I mean, it got really hard, and it is really hard.
Were these like pain pills?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, but if there's no pain pills, they're going to do heroin because heroin's cheaper.
Oof, God.
And I mean, like, well, you could snort heroin too.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, and that's what I did. I was snorting heroin, but I mean, I didn't fucking go ahead and inject in my arms. So, yeah, that was different. It was different. I had to fade that whole thing out, and that's what I got to be an alcoholic and a drug addict and everything else. So, I'm trying to clean up my life now. Slowly but surely, but it's happening, and you know, it's amazing how the human mind could overcome things, you know, by yourself. You have to do it by yourself. Being with somebody to be supportive, great if you're in a loving relationship, but I mean, you can't do it like that. You got to do it on your own, just to know how powerful you are.
No, before we keep going, I just want to say, like, I always think highly of you. I still, like, no matter what, I always think highly of you. But it's also kind of like sad knowing that you went through this stuff too.
Yeah, I don't think of it like that though. I mean, I've been there, done that. I don't dwell on things anymore. You know, what's really, really fucked up though, Frank, is that I've had my heart broken. You know, and it wasn't from Jason, but like, you know, I thought it was the love of my life, and that changed everything for me. After my heartbreak, I got into really heavy drugs. Everything that you could think of.
Was it Jason's heartbreak, or was it another person?
This is another person. His name was, let's just say Jay-Z. You know?
Okay,
his name was Jay-Z. So ended up doing that, and after my heart was, he already knew I was painkillers, but after that, after I ended it because he couldn't end it, but throughout the whole entire time I had a drug problem, and I kept on leaving and not telling him where it was at. And he's like, "Are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me?" And then I'm like, "I'm not." I was so ashamed to tell him where I was at. I had a really bad drug problem, so I disappear. And so that was my boyfriend, was my drugs. You know, it made me happy whenever I went to it. It made me invincible whenever I wanted it. And that's why it's easy to go ahead for me to do that. It's not like he wasn't not making me happy. He was. But I ran away and I did that. So besides that, broke up with him because he didn't want to break my heart because he knew it was going to be traumatic. So I did. And just like every relationship I do. And after that, my world was just taken from me. I don't know if you've ever been in love so much that you would sacrifice anything in your life just to have that moment back again, to have that feeling back again. So I tried and I begged and I tried and I begged that was a very pitiful moment in my life. I couldn't get that back, so I turned to drugs because that made me happy. Special K, pills, crack, coke, heroin, anything that that could fucking make me happy, I did. And I'm not ashamed to go out and say that because I'm not doing that shit now. I might do an annual pill now and again, but pills, period. But you know,
I told people on the show some of the shit I did, and you know some of the shit I did too. Like,
oh, for sure.
I mean, like I smoke pot. Anybody who's ever listened to the show knows that I'm open about it.
Why do I have to lie about? You know, why do you have to lie about? I think people end up hearing that shit. They're in fucking like, oh my God, this person did that? Yes, I did. I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie. Why do I lie? If anybody knows me, the people that know me, they know I'm not a liar, and they know that I'm totally too blunt. That's a Sagittarian thing, so.
No, I think it's just a roast thing. It's a roast thing.
Well, maybe it is. But I did all that stuff, and my heart is broken, and now, and my years of living now, it's so crazy that I'm doing me. No boyfriend, being Rose. I have my own place by myself, no roommates, just me and Prince Harry. Hey, Harry.
Prince Harry, your cat.
Prince Harry. Yeah, he's amazeballs. And he is. He got his chopped off, but I don't give a shit. I love that motherfucker. That's, if he was human, we'd be married. And, like, you know, but whenever your heart's broken and you have that time to go out and rethink and do you, it's just, it's invigorating. Nothing's going to hold me down. And now, so this is what I was getting to. I am so numb. I don't have time to go ahead and think about being sad. I think there's something probably mentally unhinged from that I am. I probably need to see a psychologist about this. Like, I don't give a shit anymore. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to break my heart again.
You need to see a psychologist about that?
Yes. It's a little bit... There's something up. There's something wrong with this. Like, no, I'm not going to get hurt again. Like, I go on a date. Mm-hmm. This is my saying right now, is that my butterflies are in hibernation right now. I haven't felt my butterflies in a long time.
Wow.
You know how, like, you start a new job,
that
you start
good feeling,
anything, that loving, your penis vibrates or your vagina vibrates. It's like, it's fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I love that feeling. Like, I don't feel that feeling anymore. I'm just, like, ready for it to be doomed. I'm not saying it's not doomed, but I'm so numb. Like, no one's found my goat yet. And,
I don't know, like
How do you feel about that?
I think it's good in moderation, but it can't be complete. Well,
It's all the time now, though, Frank. It's fucked with me so bad. Like, I can't even cry about it anymore. I can't even. My heart. Like I said, I've been on dates and they're not.
Maybe that's a good thing now. Like,
trying to get out there. I think.
Well, I mean, like, not the get out there part, but maybe you putting yourself in check. And like those butterflies are not coming out until somebody's actually good enough for you. Maybe that's a good thing. It
will take a very long time until someone finds those butterflies, or until the season's over, so they can fly back. But it will be.
Well, I think that may be actually a good thing that's happening. But
I don't know. And maybe you're right.
I know it's hard because I feel kind of the same way, because you know about only been really in love once, and you know about what happened.
For sure.
And I think that one girl kind of like messed it up for me.
To fill the time in, you're dating to go fill the time.
Yeah, fill the time, and then you get really
It's weird.
Not protective, but standoffish, or you got a big wall up.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. And if you want to fuck me, nah, bruh, you're not. I mean, if like, damn, you know what? If I want to suck your dick, I'll be like, I don't think so, bruh. There's no magic happening. Like, I have to feel the magic, you know, and I don't know. I haven't felt that magic in a long time.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a therapist, so
it's weird. That one heartbreak, and I've dated other guys after him, and I'm not just saying one or two or three. Yeah, maybe it's been about 2 or 3, you know. My last one, he was, I don't know if anybody knows me. I mean, you know, he's a chef. Let's just put it like that. Mm-hmm. He was a really good guy. I liked him a lot. I loved him. But everybody tries to control Rose, you know, and Jay-Z didn't. And the chef That was a big difference. And that's what I'm saying. If somebody tries to control me, I instantly push away.
But you keep dating guys that are controlling.
Right now I am. I think it's just a pathetic move that I'm doing in my life. Just being honest. Just to keep them around.
Was the chef controlling too?
Was he controlling? Yes. And not controlling, but he wanted to control what I did. Sure.
And define controlling.
Rose doesn't need to be guided. Mm-hmm. I'm going to guide myself. Let's just say, I think we need to something. I think we need to, this is something small. I think we need to go get your nails done. Let's do that. My nails look tight. They are.
Yeah.
But this is
you always look nice.
But this is thank you.
No, you always do.
This is you know, I think we need to go get your nails done. And I take that offensively, everything. And I'm like, this motherfucker right here. I'm thinking in my mind, this motherfucker's telling me I need to go get my motherfucking nails done.
Well,
but like in a demeaning way. You know, like, not like, hey, let's do this together.
Was it a passive-aggressive way?
No, I'm passive-aggressive. It would be, like, in a mean way, you know. Or, okay, it was a drug problem, okay? Like, I had a drug problem. Like, Rose, you need to fucking quit this shit. He would come home and see me fucked up, and he'd yell at me but he'd come home at 2 o'clock in the morning fucking lit like a Christmas tree. And then I'm getting yelled at because I got fucked up. He got fucked up, but I wasn't happy. My heart hurt from years before, and psychologically I know that. But then you come home and you're fucking mad at me, and then you're fucking drunk. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. So like all day, every day, I'd fucking, and this is while I was even doing hair, you know. Go ahead and get pilled up and get coked up, you know, because I wasn't happy. It was sad, you know. No, but I kept my shit together.
Yeah, you know? That's the one thing I always appreciated and I really looked up to you about, especially going through what I'm going through right now. You always had your shit together, like financially and job wise.
I thanks. I didn't think so, but thanks. I'm glad that somebody.
No, because you always had your
cool as shit. Thanks. I am not a perfect fucking person, and that's why I'm doing this right now. I want people to know. Like, just because the way I look or whatever in the fuck I do, I want people to know that we're all human, you know? We're all human. And that's all we could do. And this is I will refer back to this memory. You know, we are so poor. I've never had a cake bought for me ever as a child. You know, it was probably 8, 9, 10 years old. I don't fucking remember. And I had to bake my cake. I had my own little party at my house and all this other stuff, but I baked that thing, and, you know, there's a little bit of candles that were on there, and I revert back to this because it's really heartfelt, and ever since that birthday, you know, you make that one wish, and that one wish is to be happy. And ever since then, as a child, I remember that to this day. As a child, that has been my same wish every year. I don't want nothing. I don't need anything. I've had everything. I lived in dirt all the way to fucking whatever. It doesn't matter, but I want to be happy. You can live in dirt and be happy, you know? But that's all I want is mental stability for myself to be happy, and that's it. You know, and that's why I do whatever I do. That's why I'm a hairdresser. I want people to know. I want people to feed off of my energy, because I don't think about that stuff, because that whole numbness is cut off. That's gone from my life. But that's why people are intrigued about my life, because they have no idea about it. But I want them to know the power of the mind can do. And I give that to people, and that makes me fucking happy. Yeah.
You always... Every time I come in and get my hair cut, we talked about before, I haven't been in here for a while. Or I haven't come to you in a while. Every one of your clients are always, like, really happy and... Like, happy to see you, happy like to talk to you.
Yeah, but you know, I had a really bad drug problem before, and then I had it twice. My heart was broken twice with the same person, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
So I ended up doing that. The first time I ended up doing that, the first time they could tell I was 100 pounds. I'm usually 130. I was ready for death. I didn't know that, though. I was just trying to make my mind happy. Second time around, I'm older. This just happened recently. This just happened recently. And I found out that he, after 7 months of meeting this girl, he ends up asking her to marry him. 7 months. And then, I don't know, she's pregnant. I don't give a shit, you know, but... Before that, whenever I cut him off, like, I had to cut him off. And my life, whenever I changed my number, I blocked him. I did all this and that because, honey, they always come back. I don't care whatever anybody says. Every man that's been in my life, they always come back. And I'm not saying that I'm sitting on platinum, but I am.
I want to say I am.
I am, and I know this shit. I put it on him, and they always come back. So he be getting tired of that bitch. And sorry, B, I don't mean it like that, but he be getting tired of that girl, and then he be coming back. But you know what? He's not. His opportunity is gone. I'm done. And but yeah, what were we talking about previously?
We on the podcast we usually go down rabbit holes.
Because
we go down rabbit holes, so that's fine.
Everybody knows that, but that's fine. Okay, yeah. So me working over here, yes. Oh yeah. So me getting into my I was really sad. I got into drugs really bad. I got into 100 pounds not that long ago. About 6 months ago, 6+ months ago, and I was damn near dead. I was, you know, I've had a really bad car wreck. I've had a drug overdose. I've had a really bad accident just happened recently, and my life was almost like taken from me. And
I didn't know about that. What happened?
Well, I haven't even told anybody about this. This is, has been sort of, a little bit touchy, but this has just happened. I just had, my fallopian tube just rupture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I was internally bleeding, and, I bled out 2 liters of my blood. Every little drop of blood was still trying to hold on. Like, my life is holding on for life at that second. And I had my friend that was there, thank God. If I didn't have her there, because I'm like, Rose, I could do this. I'm independent. Rose could do this. I'm telling myself that. If I didn't have my friend there, I would have been laid dead in my house for 2 or 3 days. And God... And I don't care what y'all's religion is. I don't. But for me, this is what happened to me. Yeah. Okay. So this all happened by a flyby guy. You know, I was just keeping around.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been able to get pregnant before, and this fucker already has 5 kids.
Yeah.
So one of his fucking swimmers came in there.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even take care of his fucking 5 kids anyway. So, whatever. I was already talking about going to the doctor, taking the pill, and getting that shit done with, you know. And no, I'm not even. It was insane, and I haven't even told him about it. He's not going to hear about this. He's a flyby. It wasn't
He's
anything it wasn't a guy that I was going to take home to my parents. Let's just say that.
This was a hookup.
Well, I did, but he's just, I love you, Rose. They all did. I'm like, sorry. Like, I love you, Rose. No, God.
Oh my God, what the?
And I'm like, no. It's just like, you know what he told me? It's like, I love you more than anybody's ever loved you.
Okay.
More than my fucking parents. More like a misogynistic piece of shit, you know? But I got pregnant. I've never been pregnant before in my life, but I got stuck in my tube, and that's why I can't get pregnant, you know? Before, one of the swimmers came in, and it ruptured, and I almost died. And that just happened about 3.5 weeks ago. And that was near-death experiences, all of that shit that's happened to me, too. It's insane. But I know somebody's watching after me. And having my life saved from an overdose and not even going to the doctor and all this other shit. But this one I would have never came back from if I didn't go to the hospital. I would have been done. I would be in the ground right now, burnt up. But I'm coming out with this right now because everybody wants to hear about it, I suppose. I think so. But I'm alive, and I got a big old cut, but it's still pretty. I put makeup on it.
Let's put a tattoo on it.
Yeah, it is. He's not a part of my life anymore. But yeah. Yeah, it's changed my life. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm sober, but it's changed my life though. I party, but not as party as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm. So what things would you say came in perspective for you?
Knowing that there's something bigger than me that's watching after me. Knowing that there's something or someone in Yahweh that has faith in me so much to keep me alive, and I'll cry about this right now, to give people the positive notion to know that you're not the only one. And to know that you're here, and I don't know. I just want to give everybody a hug and love and live, and because who am I? I'm just a person. I'm just here, but you know, for what I've seen and what I went through, I know that there's something out there more than what people are thinking. I do know that, and people have lost their way. And people have lost their faith. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but my life has changed so much that in that perspective, my mentality of things, the beauty of it, you wake up, you got a roof over your head, or you could go wake up on a bench and be fucking happy, man. But you wake up. How cool is that, you know?
But you wake up.
Yeah, I woke up. Yeah, that was crazy. Blood transfusions. I had 5 blood transfusions within probably 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Within 5-10 minutes. And before I went under anesthesia, they didn't even give me anesthesia. I passed out. I was good for dead. My friend was sitting there in the waiting room. In a different waiting room. This is the serious waiting room. There's a waiting room and there's a serious waiting room. She was sitting in there. She was standing in there, and a lady came up to her. She's like, "So you know Rose Allen?" And she's just like, "Yeah." And she's just like, "Do you know her fate? Do you know this and that?" And my friend was like, "What the fuck? Who is this? Just a lady coming in here?" And she's just like, "And you are, you know?" And she's like, well, I'm the in-house priest. And she just broke down, and she's like, what's going on, you know? And they were ready for me to die. They were prepping up at that moment while she's talking to her, like, we're getting ready for me to die. And I was in the stare, and you know, it is fucking insane. I've never been in a serious situation like that. I haven't been to the doctor. I'm not going to tell you how many fucking years. I'm not going to tell you, you know, but ended up doing that, and yeah, and then I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm alive, but I can't stand up because my stitches and shit. But I hope that's the last time I get pregnant.
Oh my God.
I hope, because you know what they said? They said this is a chance this could happen again, and I'm like, take it out. You know, I have no children, people, so I mean, you know, like, I don't want this shit. I don't want it, not like that, but I don't want to go through this same thing again. But like I said, no one's got my goat yet, and until that person has found my goat. You know, because the only way that somebody could get your goat is if you tell them where your goat's at. And I haven't been able to tell anybody where my goat's at. So that's my saying.
Do you want kids one day?
Do I want them? It's never been anything that I grew up with.
What do you mean by that?
Everybody there, it hasn't been like, you know, marriage and this and that. Mm-hmm. It's around you whenever you're a child. It's a big escapade. It's a big fucking gathering. I have not, I didn't have that as a child. My mother and dad weren't together. So I've known how to ride solo like my father. Yeah.
Oh, Rose has to pee.
Oh God!
she gave me the gesture.
Okay, we're gonna pause this right quick.
Yeah, you can pause. We're gonna pause it.
Oh my gosh! I thought that I would go through that.
Yeah, but actually, bring that mic back towards you.
Huh?
Bring the mic back towards you.
Oh, we're on right now.
No. Yeah, let's pull it towards you.
Good. Shit balls.
Hold on one sec. There we go. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So, anywho, yeah, I just want everybody to know, like, we have something to live for. And, yeah. I've been through a lot of stuff, just like everybody else, though. I'm not saying, like, I've had more than whoever. I'm not a misogynistic female. I think we all have a story, and I think everybody's life is beautiful. I do, and everybody's story needs to be heard, and that's what Frank's doing for me, and I appreciate that. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because like I said, because I haven't seen you in a couple of months. I need to start coming back and see you again, but you're one of the most unique people out there I've ever met. Of all the people I traveled a lot, and
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Like, why would you even say that? Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, like,
turn that way.
Maybe because, like, I don't understand. I don't know.
What do you understand about it?
I'm just a person.
No, like,
you know?
yeah,
I don't know. I don't see what you see.
I see, like, this, like, you're an amazing person. Like, there's not a lot of people not a lot of people like you that brings, like, happiness to a room. But
I wasn't the last times that you saw me, though. You got to admit.
Yeah, I asked what was wrong. You didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, for sure. But the last time you saw me, you knew I had a drug problem.
Yeah,
you could tell.
yeah. Well,
needs to be caught, man.
Well,
so like you
I knew
could tell,
it.
like there was And I know you knew that I didn't want to talk about it because I don't talk about this to anybody, but now it's a little bit easier too because now I got a little bit more of a settled mind, but I could tell that everybody knew because my light was being taken from me, like my light was dimming out. It was still like a little bit inflamed, but it was down to the blue light, of the flame, the flame, like I was down to the blueness of it, and usually it's radiant and red and everything else. And like, I don't know. I think just like everybody else would question why we're here, what's going on, why we do the things we do, survival. And I know that, but it's life is, now I know after that life or near-death experience and stuff, I'm definitely here for a reason. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And yeah, it's true. It's true. I cross my heart, and I swear to Yahweh, it is definitely, we're here for a reason. There's, how they keep on saying like most of the evil is taking over right now, but my life was saved to go ahead and save those people from going to evil. And that's more religious type of shit, but fuck, I should have died. I should have died quite a few times, but I keep on fucking surviving. I don't know. And it's not a joke, but I mean, like, to me it is. I don't know why I keep on being saved, but I'm doing whatever I'm supposed to be doing in life.
Yeah, not a lot of people get second chances, and you have one.
I got a lot of chances. Drug overdoses and being cut open and doing all that shit. Yeah, and my life has been saved quite a few times. So, but yeah, like I said, you believe in what you do. I don't give a shit, but I got me and you got you. And you know what? Fucking right on. You whatever you believe in, go for it. But I know because I've been there. I'm here for a reason. And it's pretty neat, like, to know that, why me? Just like how you asked me, why me? I don't know, So, anywho, what in-depth conversations and stuff and questions. What do you want? Tell me now.
All right. For everyone listening for the first time, which is going to be a lot of you, because good news is that the podcast is growing. Little by little, but it is growing, so that's always good.
Hi.
This part of the interview, for a lot of first-comers, the first half of the interview is just a conversation. We talk about open conversation, so we talk about their life or whatever we want to talk about, whoever the guest is. And the last half is that I have these questions, which are developed by Dr. Sam Goodwin. He's a psychologist, social psychologist. And these questions are interpersonal questions that are supposed to show a more deeper side of another person. The side of the person that you typically don't see unless you're their husband, wife, mother, daughter, mother, father, anything like that. But the reason why I ask these questions is because no matter what you think about the person, about their lifestyle or how they live or their political opinions, what have you, if you disagree with them, these questions are supposed to show you that we all can relate at a certain level.
Absolutely.
We could actually... You need to listen to another person's story, and like, yes, you could disagree with them. You could disagree, but you don't
judge.
Not judge, but don't what's the exact word for it? Don't demonize another person just because you disagree with them. Like if they're not killing people or raping people, or doing something evil, then you shouldn't demonize them. But we'll start doing the questions, and the typical question I usually ask, the first one, Rose doesn't want it, so we're going to skip to the second one.
Yeah, let's do that.
What would constitute a perfect day for you?
Okay. If it's somebody that I'm really into, I'm cheap, I'm easy, and I put out in the first date. It's all about energy. I am. I'm very simplistic. If I feel that energy again, if I do, I mean, like, seriously, I'm cheap, I'm easy, I put out on the first date. You know, I'm not going to sit here and lie about that. But, you know, it's not like I sleep around. I don't. You know, a lot of people think that I do. I mean, a lot of people think that I do. And that's fine. I don't give a shit. My reputation is beyond. And, you know what's cool is like I'm the girl that's mysterious and in the shadows, and not a lot of people know about me, but I'm here to go ahead and tell this. I am. And thank you, Frank, for, like, letting me do that. I don't know. If I feel that somebody has got my butterflies back, the last one where my accident happened, I think that was trying to fulfill something that wasn't, that I was trying to get my butterflies back. I was trying to. I'm like, I'm praying for it. Please come back. I never even got that. Like, I don't want him part of my life. And now I have a stalker. So now I'm dealing with that.
What do you mean by stalker?
No, I have a stalker.
Is it like a legit stalker?
This is a stalker. My accident where the near-death experience.
Oh, you mean? I thought you meant like actual guy stalker.
No, I do have an actual guy stalker.
Oh, so that's what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You kept pointing your stomach.
That ended up
it's the same guy.
Yes.
Okay.
And he doesn't even know about this. Is stalking me. So, I am like, I don't feel like oh gosh, I don't even know how to even start off with that shit. It's hard. All of this shit.
The first thing you do is get a restraining order.
No, but I don't want to sit there. I've had one on somebody, and I don't want to have to get another 3 hours of my life to sit in there. My story is pathetic more so than these men and women that are getting beat up. I've seen it, and it's sad.
But the thing is,
I know what he can do. I know that.
Yeah, the thing is,
Frank,
like,
that's why I got you for, huh?
well, the thing is, like, legality-wise, and just in case. Just to cover my...
I call you, motherfucker. That's fine.
No, just in case. Because I don't want to get arrested too. But if you got... I tell any woman that's listening, that's actually listening, that not listening, but is going through a similar situation with a stalker.
Sure.
You may not think the restraining order does anything, but look at it this way. If you have to protect yourself, it's documented that you try to do the right thing first.
Always. Like,
you document it. Like, you went to court and like, hey, I asked this guy, and I want the court to step in and tell this guy, please leave me alone.
I've been there. I've been through court. I've done that. And yes, that's the procedure that you should do. There's a cop in Jacksonville. I don't know about any other cities, but there is a cop in Jacksonville that's willing to go ahead and do that and run off and do that. But I do have a stalker. And what was the question of that day?
What was the perfect day? we went from that to stalking.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Like, these questions are just... There's no
I know,
wrong
I
answers.
always go to, like negative. What was the perfect day?
Mm-hmm.
Day? I don't know. The perfect day is somebody asking me how spontaneity. That's beautiful to me. Like, not looking at me like I'm waiting around for you, Rose, to get ready. Like, yeah, me putting on my shorts and my tank top and my combat boots and going out and surprising me. That's a perfect day to me.
Hmm.
That is. It's very simplistic. And a date, everything, simplistic just like that too. I don't expect much.
Just to be with someone.
Yeah, to find my best friend. That's it. I want to find, and I get that with women, but I want that with some testosterone. I want a male. I want to find that person that's.
Well, that's why.
Or they're gonna find me.
Well, that's why I don't think it's a bad thing that your butterflies are not coming out. I think you kind of learn at this point that maybe you used to hold out. And maybe that's your body's way of saying, like, after all the shit you've been through, finally, it's a good thing that you hold out now. It's like, wait.
Maybe you should. And you know what? I had this revelation in my mind, and maybe it was a dream, but I said at the age of 35, there's going to be so many changes with your life, Rose. And it has. I thought it was 32. You know how everybody always ends up having their age death. Like, oh God, I'm going to die at 30 years old. Well, I thought it was going to be 32. Well, mine was 35. And I came back to life. And I'm here sitting here with you right now. I was dead as a doornail, and I'm alive right now. I'm fucking flatline shit. And that's heavy, and I'm here. So, if I could do that on my own, shit, I don't need anything else. All I need is me and my cat. And Marion.
Prince Harry.
Marion right there. But yeah.
If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing at all. I'm the biggest tomboy, and I don't look like the biggest tomboy.
No, you don't.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Changing tires, working on engines, I know how to do, and I'm fucking proud of that. That's a big secret that a lot of people don't know about me. I was always out there in the shed. Do you know, listen to this story. I was 10 years old, and my daddy, he had a shed, and he would sleep during the daytime, and we had this big coffee table that needed to be refurnished and everything else. And he slept during the day, worked during the night, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I was out there working, and I got this. I've seen him do all this stuff. I sanded it, done all that, refinished it. As a child, I love stuff like that. And I was out there, and he comes out there, and he's just like, "What the hell are you doing, Rose?" I was like, because he could smell the paint. And, and he comes out there, and he's just like, he shakes his head, and he's just like so proud of me, but I wanted to do it, not for his approval. I didn't, but that was instinctual. That's what I am. It's just, I don't know what it is. I sanded it, repainted it. As a child, I did this, and he taught me this without him even knowing that he taught me this, And then he's just like, I could tell it's like, that's my girl right there, and that was it. And I brought that thing in the house, and he's just so fucking proud of me because I'm such a fucking tomboy. I love him for doing that for me. Like I said, if I wasn't a hairdresser, I'd be a mechanic right now.
You mechanic?
Fuck yes, I would be. I love working with shit like that. I love it, man. And yeah, one day, who knows? I'm gonna go to mechanic school. And what's cool about that is like I want to have an all-female shop all around the country. I think that's my goal. Besides this.
Actually sounds like a good episode, too. Like, let me see if I can find a woman
this is some serious shit. Like, I want to go to mechanic school, and I want to have shops all females that are like me that are doing this shit. Well,
the last episode I did, it was a woman really funny woman. Her name was Sailor Cher. Mm-hmm. Her and her daughters own and operate a tattoo shop in St. Augustine.
For sure.
And this was like a little fun atmosphere. I had a good time in that interview, and
that's what it is. It's not about fucking a bunch of estrogen. It's just about being honest, though, too. I'm not trying to fucking go ahead and rip somebody off. I want people to know that there's honesty out there, and I want women to feel that they're safe to go ahead and go to a mechanic shop and not feel that they're being handled. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's very important to me. And it's not a male, female. I'm not a feminist by any means. I'm not. I'm just living. I'm a human. But I want people to feel like they're safe. Men to feel like they're safe and they're not getting haggled. I think that would be fucking amazing. And, I think I can. It's not about making a big buck, but it's all about the humanity behind it. I think that's so fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
I just need to find an investor.
I mean, like, that would be, like, actually pretty cool. Like, as long as you get, like, legitimate women, like, specialized and get their certifications, like, they know what to do with a car, that kind of shit.
No, in Orange Park, there is a school that, it's all female school that is for free.
What?
One of my clients told me, yes, there is a client that told me.
Write that down. Let me see if I can find them for an episode.
Yes, there is a client that told me that there is an all-female mechanic school. They send female mechanics there for free. And I think that's fucking rad, man. I would love to do that. And everybody always thinks like, oh yeah, girly dancer doing hair and this and that. Do you know that my dad actually got me... My mom was not around. My dad actually got me my first little shitty kit. But it was not a shitty kit to me as a child. Mm-hmm. It was no Polly Pocket bullshit. This was like a big plethora of 50 colors of eyeshadows. And I used to go ahead and do that. I did my makeup for like first grade, second grade. And he's like, go dress yourself, go do this, that. He would, after about 5 years old, he would not even, he's like, you're going to go in that bath by yourself. I can't help you anymore. That was my first day of independence right there. Mm-hmm. 5 years old, my dad, not pushing me, like pushing my back in, saying, like, you got this. And I had to wash myself. He's like, I will be outside the store whenever you're done. That's fucking awesome. You know, and then, after all of that, I remember me doing that, getting my makeup kit, blah, blah, blah. And I got my makeup kit, and I used to have rainbows on my eyebrows and my eyelids, whatever in the hell. And he's like, that's what you want to do today? You dress yourself, you look good, you got underwear on, Rose, right? And I was like, yeah, Daddy, I do, you know. I got my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. My Wednesday was Friday, whatever in the fuck day it was. And he's proud of that. He's proud that I did that. I walked in there with rainbows on my eyelids before that shit even came in. Just like, that's my girl. Mm-hmm. You know, that's my girl. And anything I wanted to do, anything that I wanted to be, and he had a big part to be of who I am today. That man is, that's another interview, and I think that would be really cool if you interviewed him. That is a very fucking interesting man right there. Vietnam, hippie movement, Woodstock.
Well, ask him.
Fucking, he's a good dude.
We'll talk after that.
For sure.
See if I'll get in contact with him and see what he says.
For sure. He's a good man. Good man.
All right.
But yeah, women empowerment, not even that. Just like, bitches that have been through what I've been through. I think that's cool. You know?
No shame in that? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. If you were arrested and your family and friends were not aware of what you were arrested or what you were charged with, what would they assume you were arrested for?
Drugs. I've been arrested.
For what?
I had DUI. I was 22. I flipped my VW, my brand new VW Golf 5 times.
Oh, wow.
Brand new. past 5 mansion houses. That was another life-saving experience. And that was it. Go on.
This is a fun one. If you wake up tomorrow and gain any power or ability, what would it be and why?
Just like I have been saying, to give people happiness. And that's why.
So you do. That's why I wanted you to do an episode on you.
I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on doing whatever I'm doing.
You already had that superpower.
I want that. I think that's important to me.
What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about?
Bullying. Being in a white supremacist place, being grown up in Indiana, one of the main dragons in quotation of the KKK.
Oh.
We moved into my house. My dad moved into, and just burned crosses and shit in my front yard. This is no joke. I used to get teased, and I'm not even that dark.
No, because I thought you were white just for a long time.
Oh, whenever I had my dark black hair, like I used to get teased about the color I am and who I am, and I'm new, and yeah, that really fucked me up in my head. You know, that's why I got a big problem bullying. We're all human, and if I hear of any shit, if somebody making fun of somebody, I correct them. I always have. That's all I have to say about that.
What conspiracy theories do you believe in?
There's aliens.
I'm not going because a lot of people say that, but also take it back, like, because I don't think that's a conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy because it's truth.
Well,
right? So
what do you mean? Because the way when I hear that, and a lot of people who came on, who did an episode comes on and does the show.
I've seen things.
They clarify that. They're like,
I feel things, I know things, and like it's not like directly and stuff. Ghost, sure. I think there might be. It's all energy. But that's another episode. No, it is, because like that really is, and I would like to get upon that too, for sure. That's, who knows? There might be all coincided together. I think that. I think that.
I'll talk a little closer to the mic.
I think that I've seen things. I know things. Like I was saying, the whole near-death experience, this is even before that. Maybe I'm special, I don't know. But I know that there's something beyond. And it's beyond Yahweh too. And Yahweh means God to me. That's a Jewish way to say I am. And that's, if people don't know, there's something else beyond that. I do know, but on his level, though. But they even say that. They even say, like, us as humans, we can't comprehend all this intelligence. We can't process it. And I feel like I have a pretty significant way of understanding.
Well, I feel like that after smoking DMT.
What's that?
I feel like that after smoking DMT.
I feel like
wow, what the fuck did that just happen?
I feel like whenever you have a near-death experience too, I feel like I'm not saying special. I'm not saying that you're
but you
special.
come back with something.
I see things, and I've always saw things, but now I see things too.
What do you mean by see things? Like you see people on different perspectives, or?
Oh, I could call the bullshit any day. I've always been like that. That's one thing about my personality. Yes, I do see things. I always have, and that's one thing that's because I call it out and people end up seeing it and they're like, okay, this bitch is crazy. But then they're like, crazy, but I love her and I know I saw it too. You know, they recognize it too. There's, because I'm so blunt.
That's why I love you. 'Cause it's like,
yeah, I see a lot of shit. And yeah, in Riverside, I don't care what anybody says. Every street and every road, it doesn't matter if it's a brand new house that was built, there's going to be beings in your home. There's beings around here in Murray Hill right now. I see it all the time. Hey, don't be scared of it. They're just trying to live their life too.
I'm looking through the questions because some of these we kind of covered when we were talking. Try to find a little fun one. Okay, here's a fun one. I have never really asked someone.
Do it. You know, I don't give a shit.
What's the largest animal you think you could fight and win?
It's
the largest.
I could fight and win?
Yeah, what's the largest? Actually, I think this is the third time asking that question.
I think I could go ahead and monkey climb an elephant and then hug on it and love on it. So, like, they think I'd be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think I'd be fighting, like, a fly or something, like one of those horse flies. But it would all turn out in love, too. So, like, they'd be like, oh, God. It'd be trying to kick me off. And then I'd give it a big old hug whenever I was on top. And be like, I love her. And I love you, too. Like, they feel my energy. I know it's so weird. I take everything to a different level, but that's the way my mind thinks. An elephant, I think, no, or a hippopotamus. I think they're very eccentric too. I saw an episode, like they actually saw a zebra killed from alligator, and this changed my life too about hippopotamuses. I swear to God, I was watching something PBS or National Geographic or something. There was a dune, and the zebra died. It was bit by something, and what?
I was going to tell you, move your mouth back to the mic because you were talking to off the mic, but you're good now. No, I'll bring it back to you. You're talking.
Is that okay?
No, bring it a little bit back. There we go. No, because you started talking like away from the mic.
Okay,
that's why I was telling you to come back.
Sorry, guys. So, anywho, the hippopotamus ended up seeing the dead zebra. This changed my life too. And seeing this dead being that wasn't part of his tribe, like I swear, it bring tears to my eyes. It really touched me. Alligator got to it, and the hippopotamus that were trying to go to wherever the hell they were going. There's a whole big tribe of them, you know, a gaggle, whatever the hell you want to call them. They all sat for an hour, kneeled down, and it was a way for its soul to go.
Wait a minute, the zebra did it, or the hippopotamus?
The hippopotamus did.
So it was a group of hippopotamus?
Yes.
No shit.
I swear on my soul. They saw this one. Somebody caught this, and they were far away, and they had their camera on it. And there's one dead on a dune, a zebra. Wasn't even his tribe, you know, not even, you know, and they all kneeled down. Sat there for an hour. They all went on. And they sort of gave it its own funeral, burial. And that changed my life right there too. I still remember that to this day. It is amazing. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are, there is death, and recognize that for what that thing that animal gave its life up. Oh God, it was amazing.
I gotta try to find it.
Oh,
see, that's on YouTube.
I'll send it to you. It is phenomenal. It will change your life whenever you see something like that. You know, because it's not of its own kind. We all have energy, and we all know it, and we all feel it, and I want people to know that. You know, I'm just a person, just like you are too, and you have a story to tell too, and we're all excited to go ahead and hear that. We can't wait to hear it though, because you got a lot of shit to go ahead and say.
And go off topic. I'll do this really quickly, and we'll go back to you.
Do it.
I went to, right now, not a lot of people know this, but I'm going to do a little rough patch in my life financially wise. And I just need a break this past week, and I need to catch up on some writing. And I went to, there's only bar closest to me is Applebee's. And I went to Applebee's, and so a woman asked me questions why, because usually I do a lot of work on my laptop at a bar. For some reason, I get more work done that way. And so a woman asked me questions like, "What are you doing? What kind of writing?" And it turned out she was an investigative journalist. But I think she was kind of bullshit because she never called me back. It's like, "Yeah, I want to do a story on you. You sound interesting."
Get a hold of her now, motherfucker.
Well, she only took my business card. And I was waiting for her to give me her business card. And she never gave me her business card, so I'm not sure if she was bullshitting me. But I told her a lot of stuff I did. And I think the look on her face was that she thought I was lying or I was just making this shit up. I'm like, no, I've done this shit. This is like, you could go on a website too. Like, some of the stuff I've done, you could document it.
Well, let me tell you what. Next time you end up doing this stuff, well, why don't I interview you?
Let's wait to see
how many
viewers.
Yes.
No, like, I want to wait. Like,
Everybody.
My thing is, like, I want to wait till, like, where I have a large audience.
I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. Let me do you.
Okay, we'll do that in the future.
Not like that, bruh, but you know.
No, I know what you meant, but we'll wait to the future.
For sure. Sure. I'd love to do that because you're easy to talk to. So, like, and it's my homeboy. Yeah, I'm just
some good wine out of a picture. Oh, let me take your picture while we're.
Oh no! So no! We'll send you one.
No, so people.
No, you can do that. Put your head down. Put your head down.
Okay, put your head down. Put your head down.
No, put your head down. Put your head down and pouring the wine. There you go. Put your head down. There you go.
Because somebody on Reddit gave me.
She's doing it. Take that picture right there.
No, I already got the picture.
Oh, okay. Love it.
Like, this past a week ago, I started doing Reddit and Twitter to get the show more viewership or help out with the audience, growing the audience. Because that's the advice I was given on Reddit.
I'm drinking out of that wine bottle.
And just let the audience know that.
Take a picture of this.
Just let the audience know that I'm going to start doing pictures on Instagram of the interview. So there's a little back. There we go, got it. There's a little behind the scenes stuff. So there is an Instagram profile. This is all new to me, Instagram and Twitter. I'm still learning how to use it, but you can come on.
No, guys,
hashtag A Taboo Life.
No, there's a lot of people that actually probably want to know about my life. They think that they know about me, and they have no idea. And it's a little bit. Now everything's out on the table.
That's good. I want people
serious, some serious shit around here.
One thing I was debating. I'm wondering if because sometimes in the episodes I will step in and put my opinion or tell a story.
Come on.
And I started feeling bad about that. I'm like, is that wrong for actually me putting my story into other people's stories too? And
no, it's not. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, there's one woman I interviewed.
You're human too.
Yeah. Well, there's one woman I interviewed, and she was upset about the interview. She wanted to redo. I'm like, we're not redoing it. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna bash her because you guys could find an episode, but. No, but
sorry, I just take a drink out of a wine bottle. I don't give a fuck because that's me.
We're having a good time.
No, I don't care.
Okay. No, she just complained about it. It's like she didn't feel like the interview went well, and the reason why
Who said that?
it was, I'm gonna say that.
No, but well, fuck her.
Well, I'll tell you after the podcast, but it was weird because I had two good episodes before that, and then when she came on the show, I was kind of like misled about who she was, maybe not intentionally, but she didn't have a lot to say, so I had to fill in a lot of time. Like I had to start talking. I was like, she wasn't really that interesting to talk to.
Ew.
And it was,
Well,
it was like kind of like
No, that's okay. I bet she was, but like...
No, it was hard to talk to her. Like, it was hard to get, like, some good stories out of her. And she didn't really have she gave me some good advice about the show, which I'm grateful for, but, like, that episode was kind of, like, hard for me to actually do. Okay, we're done with the Instagram pictures?
Shut your mouth.
Oh my God.
I know I said shut your mouth. Okay, that's enough.
Alright, we're going to go to the next question. You can take the pictures while we're doing the questions.
Yeah, for real.
Get back on track.
Okay, come on.
What... Have you ever had a spiritual or profound experience?
I have my whole entire life. I've seen things my whole entire life. And, this whole thing with the whole near-death experiences so many times. I'm not joking about this shit. Like, I'm not proud of this. It's not something I'm proud of. Yeah, but it was all induced to, like, drug-induced, sperm-induced, whatever induced. It wasn't something that I wanted. I know things and I see things. And, I think that I'm a chosen person to see that. I'm not saying I'm special. I'm not special. I think if everybody ends up seeing their third eye, they could have that too. Everybody has it. You know, I had to see it in a different way. I had to have a near-death experience to go ahead and see things. But do I want to see it? I think I do. You know, I want it. I want it because I want to know that I'm not the only one in a living life and a death life. And it's not even death, it's ongoing. You know, we are all made of energy. Jay-Z taught me this. You know,
The ex-boyfriend.
Yes. You know, telling me that Rose, you know, he was a surgical tech. So he's like, Rose, you got to think, we're all made of energy. We're all made of energy. The energy doesn't disperse. It stays. And do you know that whenever you waste somebody, and you waste somebody 5 minutes after, we end up losing 8 ounces. Our soul is 8 ounces. Instantly gone. There's no way that our weight can disperse. We get heavier as we die. You know that. Because it's all turns into rock.
Yeah.
You know. But look this up. Whenever you find out that the 8 ounces of our soul is gone, we're float, we're energy. Energy just doesn't go away. We are around, and I see things. I always have. You know, and now I'm actually coming out with this. Like, I see things, I know things, I feel things. I'm not psychic by any means, but I knew that something bad was going to happen to me. I thought it was going to be drug related. I really did. I swear on my soul, I thought it was going to be drug related. It wasn't. It was a near-death experience with something else that I thought that was going to be something way off than what I thought. because I could never get pregnant before. And look, it was sort of like a not a joke, but a joke, though. You know, I'm like, I could never get pregnant, blah, blah, blah. No STDs. And no fucking cancer, motherfucker.
No
My
STDs.
shit's tight, nigga.
No STDs.
Yo, that shit is awesome, yo. Oh, what? But, you know, like, for the me not to have that shit, and then sort of, oh, gosh. I mean, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm fucking here. I should have been dead 3 weeks ago. I really should have. And 3-4 weeks ago, whatever in the fuck. I don't care whatever you guys are keeping numbers by, but like, damn, man. It's a beautiful feeling that I'm here and I'm serving a purpose. It's fucking cool, you know?
Like I said, like, that's why you kind of like got shocked earlier, like why I think you're unique. It's like you are. Like, honestly, like, you know, I've traveled a lot. I'm met a lot of people from the jobs I did, and
I'm here. I'm just a person.
No, like, no, you are. But
I mean, like, you're traveling, you're doing all this shit.
Yeah, but like this is coming from someone who's met a lot of people. It's like, yeah, I really do think that there's something special about you. Like, that's I want to ask
a lot.
I want to ask you on the episode if I didn't think you had if you didn't have something to say. Like, that's why I asked you to do it, because you do have something to say. There's something special about you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I mean, I want to ask Joe's wife. Not a That's an inside joke, but like,
no, you should ask her, because she has a fucking very exciting story.
Yeah, we're not on speaking terms. So.
No, but Joe can't listen. I mean, if she tells her story, Joe can't listen. I mean, it's a good story. But anyway, besides that, mark that off. We're going
Joe
on.
has a good story, too. And
Joe has a fucking great one, too. They both do.
But let you guys know.
I think that would be stronger for their relationship.
Joe is one of my best friends. And we're talking about him and his wife.
He's one of my best friends, too, now. Yeah. Good man. Good man.
That's another guy that's a very unique person. Like, of all my friends, he's probably the
positive. Been there.
No, I would say the most noble. Even though he doesn't flaunt it.
You don't think he's positive?
No, I mean, like, he is positive. Like,
well, that's what I said. Positive. No, been there. Like, been a
like,
brother.
But specifically, I think he's the most noble. And maybe a little bit most... Not the most wisest... Not the most wisest person in the world. No, don't say
that. Joe's the shit.
But he is pretty wise. That's the thing. That's one thing I would say that he's the most noblest and probably most wisest person I know.
Maybe I need to go ahead and talk to you about some stuff after this shit, and not like some sexually weird fucking shit, but like, honey, people feed off of my energy. You will get it. I promise you. Just like Joe. Joe's good too, but you know, he has a family. I don't. So.
All right, guys, we're gonna pause this one more time because I have to pee now. Unless you want.
Just the poo poo.
Actually, we'll keep this going. I'm going to ask you a question, and you just speak loudly, and that way I can hear you from the bathroom because it's not that far.
What time is this?
Right now, it's 9:37.
How long have we been going?
An hour and 45 minutes.
Okay, we need to start cutting. You have to start cutting too. You know that, right?
What do you mean by cutting? No, it'll be fun.
She's a demon.
No, this show's unedited, so that's fine.
It's unedited.
Yeah, no.
Hey, bye. Love you.
No.
Go caca.
No, I'm not gonna count. I'm
Frank
gonna pee.
has to go caca.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna ask you this question, and I can hear you from the bathroom. What's one thing that you are proud of, but never had an excuse to talk about? And say it while I'm peeing.
Proud and yeah. Proud. I'm proud that I could make the same amount of money as what my dad was thinking that I was, what he wanted me to do. My dad wanted me to join the Navy. I'm still in compliance with wanting to go ahead and join because it's just me. I have till the age of 42. I still think that I want to. Yeah, I still want to go ahead and see the world and do this and do that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's another thing that I maybe want to serve in my life. I want to do better for others. I want to travel and spread the word and my word. I'm not thinking I'm a god, but I want people to know that there's happiness out there, and that's it.
I mean, yeah, there. Like I said earlier, there's times, especially right now, where life gets a little rough, and you need people kind of remind you that there is something on the other side once you get through it.
Well, my mom. Let me tell you about this. My mom is my mother. She was a 12-year-old mother. And left the child back at her home.
Mm-hmm.
And then in that second time, she left Basai. It's the mainland of Manila. And she got raped and had another child. Had another child. Left that child back at my grandparents' home. And what she was wanting to do was, after all of that, they've grown up. They're my siblings, but they've I have ADHD, so everybody knows that. But everybody knows that. My mom built a home for me, my sister, and my brother. I got a home. Mm-hmm. They're in Basai right now. And I feel like that's the way she's making up for all of her faults that she's had in her life. My mom, I am my mom. I never grew up with this woman my whole entire life. But I am her. It's very freakish. The things that we do, the things that we say. Never known her the whole entire life. But I don't work things lovingly like the way that she does. Like I'm lovingly, I don't know how to say it. Maybe I'm doing it too, though, as an adult. And maybe that might be an aha moment right now.
What do you mean by that?
I used to give everything to everybody before.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I thought was an appreciative, money, love, presence, this and that. And now I think that God is actually giving me, Yahweh is giving me to be spreading the word. Like me, positive, me doing this, me doing that, me sitting with you, me knowing that you are more better than anything in this life. Eye contact, love, everything. I don't know. Money is just a number. Money is just a thing. We can make it. We could generate it from a fucking printer machine. What's behind that, though? Anyway.
What do you feel is wrong with the world And what do you feel? What do you feel is right in the world? So it's a 2-part question. That's the first time I asked.
The right thing. There's nothing right with the world right now. Everybody has an opinion. On the bad side, everybody has an opinion. That's what I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that. It's pretty short.
Okay.
Everybody has to have an opinion. It's disgusting. I don't even vote. I don't even do any of this shit. I was raised up to vote.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised up to be a strong woman and vote. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. My dad is a fucking Republican. Like, through and through. Like, you have no fucking idea. All you heard was my dad raised me and gave me fucking meals and shit. No, he's a very smart man. Very smart man. But, you know, he never taught me, he never pushed politics down my throat. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it because that's what he wanted to raise. You do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
No, for real.
What is your most treasured memory?
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Next question.
What was the biggest sacrifice you made in your life? And bring the mic a little bit back towards you.
The biggest sacrifice?
Mm-hmm.
My nephew, my son, Christian Jade Allen. I wanted him to know what I went through, and he's done that. He's done it all, and now he's 24, and he's fucking smart. He's intelligent. He already lived everything by early age. Like, whenever he was 5, I was coming home from dancing.
Mm-hmm.
This is some fucked up shit. This is some fucked up shit. I was dancing. I'd come home, and he'd be like, "Auntie Rosie, why are you crying?" And I was like, my heart got broken, blah, 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 you know. 4 or 5 years old, Rosie, Auntie Rosie, you shouldn't be acting like that. You shouldn't. Why? Why would somebody treat you like that as a child? This child was acting like any 25-year-old that I know now. I would want to change what he knows too much early on. And his boyfriend, I think his boyfriend's 55, 56, you know, and he's 24. I mean, there's no age limits with the gay community. There's nothing wrong with that. But I wish I could have changed a lot of things. Because it's always about financial. That's me dancing, coming home, crying, not having enough money. It was just sad.
All right, this is the last question. And it's a 2-part question. I ask this question to everyone. And you have to answer in this order.
Excuse me?
You have to answer it in this order.
Okay.
What is the worst thing you have ever done? And what is the best thing you have ever done in your life?
The worst thing I've ever done. It wasn't something that I've done. I still think about this to this day. My dad, he retired. His Navy retired. He used to stock up for Walmart. And what he ended up doing was, it's like, my friends, they're like, let's go to Walmart, you know. He'd be there at night, he'd be sleeping during the day. They'd come over my house, we'd go there during the daytime, he'd be sleeping, you know. And always wear a backpack. You know. I have a big thing with stealing. I have a huge thing with stealing.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it starts off at. My friends is like, Rose, hold the backpack. They'd open up the backpack and do that, put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. My dad works here. I can't. My dad was retired Navy, 30 plus fucking years. And he's doing this job. Just go ahead and put food on the table. Just go ahead and save up his retirement for me whenever I get older right now. It's broke my heart, you know. And putting the backpack on, they put it in. I'm like, I dropped the shit. I'm like, I can't do this shit. I'm not going to steal. I can't. You know, I'm not going to do it. I won't. I won't do it. It's not in my blood, you know. And, you know, some other girl picks it up. You know, they end up putting more shit in there. And once you know it, 3 weeks go by. They're in juvenile. You know, because my conscience, my father, everything. I wasn't raised up to steal. I was raised up to work hard for what I do. I didn't have a golden spoon in my finger. I had nothing. I had nothing. And, what was that? That was a really bad memory for me, for not to steal, not to do any of that stuff. Will I do it ever again? No, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather ask somebody than not than to steal from somebody. I would never.
What's the best thing you ever done in life?
What I'm doing. Me talking to you. Me living. I feel like people come back to me for a reason. I'm just doing hair, but it's not just doing hair, and I don't see that. It's making me nervous right now. They see hope in me, but they see hope in themselves. And, you know, I explain it. I know I give something to people. That's all I have to say about that, you know.
Like I said, I keep saying this. I want to ask you to do this episode or come on and show if I didn't think you had something to offer. Like you.
I love you.
No,
No, but it's not just love. I love you, and I love everybody, and I want people to know that. But they think that there's nobody that has nobody. I'm there. Give me a call. I'm there. I love you. I don't give a shit. I love you. I've been there. I've done that. I've been through a lot of fucking shit. I love you. It doesn't matter. There's something that's in me I've been doing it my whole entire life, though. There's something beyond that. There's something beyond of what you're going through, I promise. Just get a hold of me. And it's not even through fucking me doing hair. It's just, You could call me up, Facebook. I don't care. I'm there. I'm sad too, but I'm happy too. I'm a person.
And that's why I keep coming back. Me personally, this is why I keep coming back to you. Unfortunately, not for the past couple of months, but it's not so much the hair. Yeah, because you cut my hair really, really good. Like, you cut my hair really good.
Thank you.
You always make me look nice. But it's not only that one.
Thank you.
It's
it's a trivial thing, you know, but it's just like, yeah, but we have something beyond that.
No.
Even with everything that you have and that you doing the sex thing, swinger thing, doing this, doing that. Fuck, man, I'm interested. I'm like, where's this at? You know? I'm not interested, but I want to know. I want to know. I'm just a dirty bitch.
Alright. We're going to end it with this. If you guys are in Jacksonville, sorry, it took me a moment to remember the name of the boutique here, or the salon here.
Salon, not boutique. Heads Up Salon, baby. Heads Up Salon, Rose Allen. We have Joe Roundtree and Marky Mark. That's oh baby boy. But yeah, Heads Up Salon. They're amazing. And I'm telling you what, this salon is the shit. We have fun here. So.
It's Heads Up Salon in Jacksonville, Florida. It's off of Edgewood and what's this cross street?
Mayflower, baby.
Edgewood and Mayflower. I want to thank you for doing this. Thank you for opening up.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy shit.
It was, and I'm glad you're the one who brought the heaviness.
Well, to tell you the truth, I really feel that a lot of people want to know about my life, and
yeah, because you lived an interesting life.
You know what's really fucked up is I'm legendary, but without being legendary,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know this. A lot of people think that they know a lot about my life, but they have no idea. And they just think I'm just a girl that hasn't have any fucking problems. You know, I've had the biggest problems that anybody could go through, but I'm very quiet about it and very proper.
Yeah, because I could, like I said last time we saw each other, I knew something was wrong, but you didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, girl with the drug addiction, don't want to talk about that. But anyway, Jacksonville,
Florida, Edgewood and Mayflower. Heads Up Salon.
Heads Up Salon. I thank you. I thank you, Frank. Sorry. Well, actually, Jacksonville, Riverside, you know who I am. Look me up. It's Rose Marie Allen, and I don't care. Heads Up Salon. You know who I am. And, yeah, it actually had to come out here. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys had to hear that because I want all the rumors to stop. Or maybe these are the rumors. I don't care. It's fine. You guys have a good night.
Guys, check out the website, ataboolife.com, where you can read some interesting articles, some books on there I've written, short stories, some poems, because I am that sappy, and other episodes of the podcast. All of it's free at the website, ataboolife.com. Thank you guys again for listening.